Hi mathematicians! I'm Hannah and I love maths, especially hexagons, they're the best. I'm making this video in response to the video posted by the wonderful James Grime inviting people to talk about their MegaFavNumbers, which are numbers bigger than 1 million. So most people have a favourite number, and because lots of people are boring, it's often the day of the month when they have their birthday, which I think is a bit of a cop-out really. I like numbers that have some cool property that makes them different from other numbers, or some sort of story behind them. And this is definitely true of the Hardy-Ramanujan number 1729. The story behind this number led to a whole bunch of numbers called taxicab numbers. And the story is about Ramanujan and Hardy, who are both mathematicians. Ramanujan was ill in hospital and Hardy went to visit him, and he tells a story like this. I remember once going to see him when he was lying ill at Putney. I had ridden in taxicab number 1729 and remarked that the number seemed to be rather a dull one, and that I hoped it was not an unfavourable omen. No, he replied, it's a very interesting number. It is the smallest number expressible as the sum of two cubes in two different ways. So 1729 has been my favourite number for a long time because of this story, and because it does have this really cool property that it can be written as the sum of two cubes in two different ways. Well, what does that really mean? Well, I could rewrite 1729 as 1000 add 729. And even further, I can rewrite 1000 as 10 cubed, and I could rewrite 729 as 9 cubed. So I've got two cubes being added together that equal this number. But what's really cool, I can do this again in a different way. So I could also write 1729 as 12 cubed plus 1 cubed. So that's 1728 plus 1. And what I find really beautiful about this, what's really cool, is that I've got this kind of I've got the extremes. So I've got the biggest number, the biggest cube number under 1729, and the smallest one being added together. And then I've also got two consecutive cubes being added together. So I've got the extremes. I've got one at either end, and then I've got two next to each other in the middle. And I think that's really awesome. So anyway, to find my MegaFav number, I went in search of the next number that could be written as the sum of two cubes in two different ways, hoping that it would be over 1 million, so that it could be my MegaFav number. Turns out it's not. It's nowhere near 1 million. It's sort of 4,000-ish. I used Excel and some very basic formulas and found quite a few numbers under 1 million that have this property. It also turns out that finding these numbers is much, much, much quicker if you know how to code in Python, which unfortunately I don't. So back to our story of Ramanujan and Hardy. After Ramanujan had commented on 1729, Hardy asked him what the number would be if we considered fourth powers instead of cubes. And Ramanujan said he didn't know, but that it would have to be a very, very large number. Well, maybe that could be my mega favourite number. Now, I could have used the previous methodology that I did with Excel to find numbers to do this, but let's face it, my computer was already struggling with cubes and getting as far as 1 million. And in any case, it turns out that Google already knew the answer. Or if you have someone who can code in Python, they can also find it, and in a fraction of the time it takes to scroll through Excel. So here it is, my mega favourite number. It's also called taxicab 422, and that's because we're looking for fourth power, so a number raised to the power of 4. We're looking for the sum of two numbers, and we're looking for it to be able to be written in two different ways. So that's why it's taxicab 422, and this number is 635,318,657, which can be written as the sum of two fourth powers, 59 to the power of 4 plus 158 to the power of 4, or it can be written as 133 to the power of 4 plus 134 to the power of 4. And I've noticed again that I've got consecutive numbers here. I don't have 1 here, I don't have the smallest and the largest, but I do have consecutive ones here like I did for 1729, so that's pretty cool too. What's interesting is that there is no known number that can be written as the sum of two numbers to the power of 5 in 2 different ways. It's an unsolved problem in mathematics, so that's kind of cool. So there we go, a little video on my mega favourite number. I wonder if there's such a thing as a mega shape, and if so, I'll need to decide what my mega favourite shape is. Thanks for watching!